Hello students, welcome to online course of Mechanical Measurement and Metrology. Myself Abhishek Trivedi from Mechanical Engineering Department at LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. Today we are going to start our first chapter, Introduction to Metrology, in which we are going to discuss the concept of the metrology, why metrology is very much essential for the mechanical engineering branch, and we are going to discuss the different types of mechanical methods for the measurement, instrument for the measurement, and we are going to discuss the different kind of standards. First of all, let us understand the concept metrology. What do you mean by metrology? The word metrology derives from the two different Greek words, say metro and logi. Metro means measurement and logi, that is science. So if we are going to combine both the words, then metrology is known as the science of measurement. It is directly concerned with the units, the production of the units, reproduction of the units, conversion of the units, and transfer of the units. So basically metrology, that is the science which is directly concerned with the measurements and measurement as well as units. Now we are going to discuss the basic requirement behind the metrology, or we can say why the metrology concern, or we can say where the metrology will concern in the mechanical engineering department. If we are going inside any industries, then what is the basic requirement behind the metrology, or we can say where the applications of the metrology. So the basic applications of the metrology, that is the industrial inspection, or we can say industrial measurement, as well as its different techniques. The basic metrology is useful for the measurements as well as to define the different techniques for the measurement, unit of measurement, and its classification for the various standards. The basic requirement behind the metrology, that is the industrial inspection, or we can say the measurement and its various techniques. If we have to define the inspection techniques, or if we have to define the measurement techniques, then it will directly concern with the metrology branch. The second one, that is the unit of measurement and their reproduction in the form of various standards. If we have to define our unit, or if we have to reproduce the unit again and again in the different industries, then it will directly concern with the metrology. Then developing the different methods for the measurement. If we have to design a different method of measurement, it will directly concern with the metrology. We will discuss in today's lecture in upcoming sessions that different types of method of measurement and how the method of measurement will directly concern with the metrology sections. And the next is checking and validating the accuracy of method of measurement. So by using this particular method, we are supposed to check and validate the whatever the method of measurement that we are going to use is accurate for the measurement or not. Then we are going to establish the uncertainty in the measuring methods, and we are going to investigate the causes of measurement errors, and then we are going to eliminate such kind of errors from the measurement. So this is the whole concept where the metrology is directly concerned with the mechanical engineering department. Now we are going to discuss the need of inspection. What is the basic requirement behind the inspection, or we can say what is the basic fundamental of the inspection, or why inspection is very much essential for the mechanical parts. So very first requirement behind the inspection, that is the to find out the true dimensions of the part. If I have to find the true dimensions of the given part, then the inspection is very much essential. Suppose the figure shows the cross-section view of any component. If I have to find the each and every dimensions of that particular component, then what I am supposed to do, I will use the different dimensioning techniques, and I will define the each and every linear dimensions for the given component. So if I have to find out the dimensions of the part, I will use inspection process. Inspection is not only to measure the dimension, it will also concern with the to improve the quality, to check the quality, and to improvise the basic functioning of the given element. It is also useful for the validating that if whatever the element that constitute the system, it function as per the design or not. Suppose in this particular image, the worm and worm gears are provided. So if I have to check that whatever the design criteria is supposed to be provided, the particular output, or we can say the particular manufactured product will function as per my design or not. If I have to check such kind of criteria, then I will do the inspection work. The next, that is for verifying the performance of the system. if I have to verify that whatever the system has been generated, it will perform as per the routine requirement, or we can say as per the routine standard or as per the routine criteria. If I have to validate those performance criteria, then I will use inspection method. In this particular figure, you can check, we are supposed to check the performance of gyroscopic effect of the given airplane. So if I have to check whether the aeroplane is moving as per the gyroscopic effect which we have designed for the particular plane, it will suffice the particular condition or not. If I have to check particular those parameter of the performance, then we are going to use inspection. By checking, or we can say by inspecting the plane with the gyroscopic parameters, we can check that whatever the system has been designed, it will perform its original performance, or we can say we are supposed to verify those particular performance. Then the next, to ensure the interchangeability for the mass production of the current mass production era. Suppose the particular image, if we are going to discuss particular image, then in the particular image you can check that we are using the USB cables. Nowadays, in earlier days, as you all know that in earlier days, whatever the mobile phones are used, the specific charger has been provided for the particular phone, or we can say for the particular device. Even in a single company, we have a lot of product and we have a lot of types of charger, and each and every charger is unique for the unique phone. Nowadays, as the mass production advances, as the production criteria has been advanced, as the production technology has been improved beyond some range or beyond some limit, we are supposed to accept the mass production concept. And because of the mass production concept, what we are supposed to do, we have to design such kind of instrument, we have to design such kind of element which is useful for the many product at a time. It is not specific for the single product. So to improvise such kind of product, we have designed the USB cables. Nowadays, whatever the charger has been provided by the single company, it will be directly useful for the another company as well. This is known as the interchangeability of the product. Whatever the product we are supposed to use, it can be interchanged within the list of products. It is not as we can use for all the product. Like for a single charger, we cannot say that this particular charger or this particular cable of the charger is used for all the phones, but it is used for the list of the product, list of the phone. It can compare the list of the phone as well. The next one, that is to establish the validity of the design for the new inventions. Suppose if my company, or we can say if a manufacturer has to design a new inventions, if we are going to discuss the example, in the example you can check the annular gears are rotating. If I have designed this particular annular gear, and if I have to validate that whatever the design has been made up is fulfilling the basic requirement of the customer or not. If we have to make sure this particular relationship, what we have to do, we have to do some research work. And for this particular research work, what we are supposed to do, we have to provide some kind of input and we have to check the output of the given component. And to provide this input and checking the output is directly concerned with the inspection. We have to inspect the proposed design, and by checking the proposed design, we can measure that whatever the outcome that we are supposed to expect is come out from the given product or not. And just because of this, we can make sure that this particular invention is go for the market or not. This is very much useful for the research and development department, or we can say the current era which is going for the research and development, we have to provide this kind of inspection. The next is to ensure that the parts confirm the established standards or not. Suppose if a part has been designed by me and the basic criteria which is given by the manufacturer is whatever the standards that they have provided, the part has to at least fulfill the 75% of the standards. It means what I am supposed to do after the manufacturing of the single component, I will try some testings, and after the testing I will note down that this particular standard has been provided by the company and this particular standard has been fulfilled by the manufactured product. Suppose out of 4 standards, if my part is fulfilling the at least 3 standard, then we can say that the company has provided the 75% criteria and the part will fulfill such 75% criteria for the acceptance. So we can say that by using the inspection techniques, we can make sure that the part has been designed will fulfill the basic standards which is provided by the company. The next one, that is to maintain the customer relations with the high-end quality product. To maintain the customer relation, we have to provide the output with a high end quality. It means whatever the outcome coming out from my company will contain some kind of quality, and which quality which will be accepted by the customers, and just because of this the customer will maintain the relation and the brand value of the given company will be increases. Nowadays quantity does not matter anything, because we have advanced in many machineries, we have advanced in many technological advancements. So in today's era of the production, we can manufacture a number of, we can say the thousands of units in a single day, in a single production line. So quantity does not matter anything. The matter is only about quality. If we have to maintain the customer relation, if we have to maintain the market value, then we have to maintain the high end quality. We have to improvise the quality day by day. And just because of this improvising the quality day by day, we can give the proper output, and just because of this output we can maintain the customer relationship, and just because of that the company will directly grow up. So to maintain this particular customer relation, we have to provide the good quality output, and to provide such good quality output at the each and every step we have to make sure that the product which is coming from the raw material to the output, we can say final product, at the each and every stage we have to inspect the product, and where the product will not fulfilling the basic criteria, we are supposed to reject such product. The next basic requirement behind the inspection, that is to help to purchase the good quality of the raw material. Suppose a company wants to purchase a raw material, because as we have already discussed that if the company has to provide a good customer relations, then we have to provide the high output in terms of quality, and to provide the high qualitative product we have to start from the raw material side. If we are supposed to take the best quality raw material, then and then we can improvise our quality, and then we can provide the good quality output. So if we have to purchase a raw material, what we are supposed to do, we are going to inspect the raw material. Whatever the raw material is provided to the company in terms of brochure or in terms of basic specimen or sample, the company will directly take the inspection. We are supposed to taste the raw material, and then if the raw material is fulfilling our basic requirement, then and then we are going to move on the purchasing those particular raw material. Because if the raw material has a basic required qualities, then and then we can make sure that the output will be qualitative. Other than that, it is not possible to make a high-end quality product. Then it will directly help to coordinate with the different departments. As you all know, in the particular manufacturing firm, we have a lot of department. If we are start with the initial stage, that design, then material procurement. After the material procurement, we are going for the research and development, then whole production line. In the production line, there are number of various departments. Then after the production line, aesthetic and appearance, say packing and painting and all that, and then quality assurance, and after that packing and marketing. And after marketing, the customer will be come in the picture. And what we have to do, we have to make a proper relation with the customer. So if we have to make a proper relation with the customer, we have to maintain the proper coordination with each and every department. Whatever the requirement generated by the customer, the requirement has been passed on through the single line sessions. And due to this particular single line, we have to maintain a proper coordination, that the customer will generate its feedback to the marketing team, and marketing team will provide directly to the production unit, and the production unit will directly provide it to the research and development team, and the research and development team do improvise in the product. And after the improvising the product, they are supposed to provide the data to the design team as well as the material procurement team, and then the end product will be differentiated as per the customer requirement. So to maintain such kind of whole loop, we have to provide a proper coordination, and to maintain such coordination, the inspection is a very basic criteria. Because of the inspection, we can make sure that where the error has been generated and where we can eliminate such kind of error, and where we can improvise our product day by day. So just because of inspection, we can improvise the product, and we can maintain the proper relation with the customer as well as the proper coordination with the different departments. And the last but not the least, to take the decision on the defective parts. You have heard many of the examples as so and so company has been provided number of units to the market, and within a overnight they have pulled back their whole lot to the company just because of defective parts. And if any company finds such kind of defective parts which has been provided in the market, then company has to do inspection repetitively. Company has to do inspection, and after the inspection, if company comes to know that the part is really defective, then what company will do? Company will just pull the lot to the market, from the market to the industry warehouse, and the whole lot has been provided to the scrap. This is the very big loss for the company, and company will not bear this kind of loss again and again and again. For a one time, to maintain the brand value, company will do this kind of losses, company will bear this kind of losses. But to repetitively bear this kind of losses, it will directly harm the company values. So what company will do? Company will check each and every part at each and every stages. And after checking the parts at the each and every stages, company will directly do inspection on each and every part. And if the part will not fulfill the basic criteria or say basic requirement of the company, functional requirement, then company will directly take away this particular part. So this is the basic requirement of the inspection, or we can say the basic need of the inspection in the mechanical industry, or we can say in the automobile industry, or we can say any kind of industry where the inspection is possible, where the measurement, or we can say where a single controlling loop has been provided, it is known as an inspection. In the inspection, what we are supposed to do? We are supposed to measure the different parameters, we are supposed to check the design, we are supposed to validate the design, we are supposed to check the functional requirement which is provided by the customer is fulfilled by the product or not. We are supposed to check these kind of parameters, and by checking all these parameters, we can make sure that whatever the product has been provided to the market will fulfill the basic requirement, as well as it will advance in the quality. So if we are supposed to provide this kind of product, it will directly give the profit to the company. So this is the basic need of the inspection, we can say basic requirement of the inspection. In today's lecture, what we have discussed? We have discussed the basic definition of the metrology, that the metrology is science that directly concerned with the measurement, and it is also concerned with the reproduction, transfer and conversion of the units. Then we have discussed the basic concern with the metrology, or we can say where the metrology is directly concerned with the mechanical industry. And then we have covered this particular topic, the topic named as the need of inspection. I hope you are all clear about this concept. From next lecture, we will discuss our next further topics in a session by session. Till then, thank you.